Hey there, my name is Lux, and I don't know what to call this. A look back, maybe. That might be it. But in this video series, I will go through Sly Cooper, the trilogy, game by game, and talk about what made them so influential to me and many others. So, let's start with Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, where it all began. The game starts with impact. I had forgotten how stylish this game was, how before its time everything they did felt full voice acting, a voicing performance by every single actor, the charm that oozed right from the start screen. It felt like home when I started my replay. The art and the presentation of the story is so well done. The title cards and the intros are amazing. Naming each level like a sequel in a book series or a movie sequel is such a good touch. The character and the charm of it had me charmed, so to say. The presentation in every cutscene is immaculate. There's nothing like it these days. The way the story is told in these pictures is amazing. The presentation is what attracts you in, but what holds you in is the story and the characters. The way the game starts is really good storytelling. We get the backstory fast about Sly, the Bug, the Fiendish Five, the orphanage, why everything's happening. The way we get to know who Sly, Bentley and Murray are really fits in. The trio has known each other since the orphanage and are thick as thieves, so to say. The interaction with Carmelita too, near the end of the first intro, gives so much character to Sly and establishes a continuity around the world. That this is not a one-off thing. The characters have been living in this world and they will after. The Fiendish Five are kind of a squad of evil people. I don't know if they're friends even, but I really have a problem with them. The way Sly treats them after beating them feels a bit off after they defeated, so to say, murdered his father and mother and made him an orphan. But this is a kids game, well not kids game but kids can play this too, so that might be the reason for that. Let's go into the gameplay. I thought that this game might feel bad to play. I remember liking this one the least of the trilogy, and I was afraid it might feel old and janky. I knew there were tons of abilities and gameplay mechanics that were not in this game but were in the sequels. That it will show its age like most old games do now. But no, it controlled so well, it felt natural. To do all the thief skills, jump, double jump, and it wasn't janky. Sly moved like a modern game character. Hell, the game controls better than majority of modern 3D platformers in my opinion. Of course, it's not perfect. The way you die in one hit and the life system kinda sucks. The levels are really linear, and there are way too many bottles in every level. The driving sections were full on awful. I can't imagine the reason they thought it was a good idea to put this into the game. Controls are janky, and the races aren't fun to play. Some of the other side stuff like shooting is fine, but the game would do better without them. Whenever there was a different gameplay section, I just wish it was all fast so I could go back to playing as Sly in the normal gameplay. The best part of the game. Because what is at the core of Sly 1 is so good that these side things don't make it a bad game. In fact, replaying this made me love this game even more than I did as a child. And that's really rare. The boss fights are a standard fare for this type of game, with one real standout with a timing based rhythm game boss. It was quite fun and miles better than any of the other ones. The Cooper clan techniques are okay, they're kind of whatever. Some help with just staying alive, like no water damage and no fall damage. Some are just pointless in my mind, fast and slow, never used them. I mostly use roll and dive for my playthrough. Invisibility was really good, but you can't miss that. It's one of the ones you get from beating a boss. In a sense, I don't really know what else to talk about Sly 1. It's a really good start, it's a basis, and it makes you really like the characters. But Sly 1 was a lot better than I remember it being, but it's still a flawed game with some really annoying parts. But the thing is, it made me really excited to play 2 and 3. I can't wait. I can see the DNA of Sucker Punch here. How they got from this to Sly 2, Sly 3 and Infamous, even the Ghost of Tsushima. This series has been really influential to me and the type of games I like to play. I would love to get a new game in the series or a remake or a remaster even, on PS4. But that doesn't seem likely, so I'm glad I can still play this on my PS3. So let's just talk a bit. So the thing with this is that I loved Sly so much as a kid. I named my dog after him. I had a dog named Sly. It was fucking wonderful. I miss that dog. And normally when you play older games like Super Mario 64 and other games like it, like Crash, you start realizing that they were a bit much on the nostalgia. Like, they're fun games, but they're a bit too hard. There's some things that you really don't like. The controls are a bit bad. But this one doesn't really have that problem. I really enjoyed it, even like this. And I haven't played through Sly 1 like 2 times in my life. Because I really have to say this. This was my least favorite of the trilogy. 2 and 3 I played tens of times as a kid. Tens and tens of times. It's been years, so there are spots that I have forgotten, but there are some spots on Sly 3 and 2 that I can remember forever. But yeah, thank you for watching this. If you like it and want to see my video on Sly 2, leave a like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye bye.
The time had come for me to chronicle my own adventures into the great book. This is gonna be fun.